On this portion of the journey, I get back to Austin from Hawaii, and it also covers my time spent in Big Bend National Park and my travels all the way through West Texas. Enjoy. All right, it's Sunday, March 28th, and I'm back on the road. I'm just outside of San Antonio at the moment, heading to a rest area on the west side of Texas that's a little bit short of Big Bend National Park, and just gonna stay there one night before I've got my reservation starting tomorrow. But man, I've been having the hardest time trying to find propane tanks for the Coleman stove, and struck out all over the place. There's still a shortage going on of those suckers. But just had my first Walmart pickup experience, and it actually went pretty well, other than the fact that I ended up first at the wrong Walmart down the road. But finally I found one that had these things, and so I picked up 8 propane cans, and that should last me at least a couple months. So hopefully I won't have to worry about this for a while longer. But anyway, that's done and dusted, and I'm just gonna head out for about another 3 hours until I get to this rest stop where I'm staying tonight. What a perfect way to end day one of this leg of the trip. I'm at a little rest stop that was reviewed on Overlander, and it's really quiet. Seen a couple of cars come and go, but for the most part, it's going to be a perfect spot to spend the night. Got a great view. Tent is overlooking the water, and so really looking forward to getting some rest and relaxation tonight. Alright, it's Monday, March 29th. This is my first morning back out on the road. Had a great sleep last night at this. It's just a rest stop, but the views were awesome, and it was super quiet all night. Kind of slept in. It's already 9 o'clock. I'm still a little bit jet lagged. It's only 4 a.m. in Hawaii, so I'm a little bit off still. But now hitting the road, and got about 4 hours to Big Bend. Trying a little bit different thing with breakfast. We had some friends back in Hawaii that talked about intermittent fasting, and they really enjoy it, so we're kind of trying to do that. So I'm seeing if I can get to about 10 or 11 before I pull over for breakfast, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, onwards and upwards. All right, so I made it to Big Bend. Everything is good. The last 4 or 5 miles into this campsite were really treacherous to drive across. Took about a half hour to go 5 miles, but made it here. It's great. The spot's great. I've got 360-degree views. I've been reading outside for a little while, and now pop up in the tent and read for a little bit more. Probably gonna stay at this campsite tomorrow, and then I got some plans over the next few days, and I'll make sure to get video of it to share with everybody. So turn the camera around real quick and show everyone what the views are like where I'm at. It's Tuesday, March 30th, about 9:30 in the morning. I had a nice sleep last night. Actually kept the windows open, which I hardly ever do. And after yesterday, kind of looking at the map and my schedule, I'm going to take a rest and relaxation day today and just stay here at the campsite and then get into some stuff over the next couple of days and move around the national park. So for today, just a lot of reading and coffee. Right, it's Wednesday, March 31st, about 8:45 a.m. I had a couple of nights at this campground that I just left, and then now I've got 2 more nights in Big Bend, and there's basically like 3 major areas that I want to hit. So today I got about an hour's drive to get to the first of these, and then I'll get some more video footage when I get there. Right, it's about 11, just getting done with the Boquillas Canyon Trail, which was really nice, just a short 1.5 mile out and back. But man, it is so windy out today. It said that it was going to be on the report, but I guess I didn't realize it was going to be this bad. Just everybody's just trying to keep the dust and sand out of their face. So it was probably worth it all in all, but man, it was challenging with the wind just going right in our direction. You can kind of, I don't know if you could see it behind me, but that's where we went in and out of, and the wind is just going right through that canyon and blowing sand and dust like crazy. So anyway, gonna grab some lunch, maybe try to do another short little hike. if the weather is permitting, because we'll see. What a great finish to the day. I had to camp at a different spot tonight. I had the first 2 nights was at one spot, and tonight and tomorrow at another. So it took me a while to get there. The road to those campsites is so brutal. It was about 10 miles, and it took me over 2 hours to get there. So I think because of that, I'm probably going to end up just staying at camp tomorrow and just pack it all in on Friday on my way out of the park. Really windy earlier too, which kind of put a damper on things, but man, this is just such a spectacular ending to the day. So right next to my camp, it's along a ridge line for some what used to be volcanoes, but now is some remnants of those. And so it just took about 20 or 30 minutes to hike straight up it, and the sunset behind me is going to be amazing. So I've just been kind of hanging out up here for like a half hour to an hour, just waiting on the sunset. And what a perfect way to end a really awesome day. It's about 9:30 in the morning on Thursday, April 1st. It's absolutely gorgeous out today. Not much wind, blue skies, perfect day. But last night I slept like crap. The wind last night was so fierce. It just kept coming and going and coming and going. And I don't know what time I got to sleep. It was really late. So I was on the fence today about what to do, just because I'm so isolated and far removed from the rest of the stuff to do at the park. So I think what's best is to just hang here today and then get an early start on things tomorrow morning, set an alarm clock, and pack a lot in on my last day in the park. So today, just a lazy day. I'm trying to catch up with some sleep. All right, it's Friday, April 2nd, and it's about 7:45 in the morning. I'm just now leaving camp. I had a much better night last night. There was almost no wind, beautiful sunset, beautiful stars out here too. It's supposed to be one of the most isolated places in the country, if not just Texas, and so the stars are brilliant. And right now I got a whole action-packed day today, so I'm trying to get out of here as early as possible. I also aired down the tires, so I'm hoping that this little 2-hour overland drive that was really bouncy on the way in here will be a little bit less so on the way out. So yeah, I got about 2 hours till I get back to the pavement, and that's the plan. All right, so it's about noon. I'm just getting done with this Mule Springs hike, which was just a couple miles out and a couple miles back. It was really nice, perfect weather for it. We saw a few other people on the trail, and the scenery is brilliant. So just have a little bit more of a drive to get down to the southwesternmost portion of the park, and then it's on from there to try to find a camp spot for tonight. All right, so it's about 9:15 on Saturday, April 3rd. I slept last night, ironically enough, at the very same rest stop right outside of Big Bend where I stopped on the way in, and had a pretty decent night's sleep. There was a thunderstorm that rolled through, and that's just tough in the rooftop tent for sure, but got enough sleep anyway. So today, the plan is that I want to try to drive towards El Paso and stay at a Cracker Barrel up there, but I'm kind of on the lookout on the way for like a nice roadside park where I can still have internet and pull off for a while and work on editing the footage from Big Bend. But basically the final destination today is to get to El Paso. So it's about 1:30 in the afternoon, and after driving for about 4 or 5 hours, I made it all the way up to El Paso, which is basically all the way to the west in Texas. So I've basically made it completely across the state, which is, true to reports, huge. And basically hold up here in El Paso for the rest of the afternoon. Going to hopefully edit the video that you're watching at present, and basically I'm just kind of found a city park that I'm hanging at. It's really nice, actually. The weather's beautiful, and scenery is real good. So anyway, good to be here for several hours working on editing this video, staying at a Cracker Barrel tonight, and that's it for this portion of the trip. So that finishes off Texas, and starting tomorrow into New Mexico, which is a state totally new to me, so can't wait. Thanks for watching, and see you soon.